Hey, you ever stop and think, wow, that would make a great story? Same here. On Cat Stories, we pull together short tales from life that'll make you laugh, think, or just go, yep, been there. My name's Kathleen and let's get started. And for our next post, am I the idiot for falling asleep at a party? I 21F have been dating Ryan, not his real name, 24M, for 1 month now. We've been having fun. We met at work. Oh, he's found a new job since then. So far he's been nice and very generous. Yesterday evening we went to a football watch party together at one of his friends' house. This was the first time I was going to hang out with a group that was primarily his friends rather than a mixed group or just one and on, so I was a little nervous. I like sports though. I find it relaxing since I grew up in a family with a lot of guys who were into sports, so once we settled in I started to relax and sat down on the couch. After a little bit I had a beer, and a cat came over and snuggled up against me. I started to get really sleepy and without thinking I just kind of curled up on the couch and fell asleep. It wasn't really a conscious choice, just no one was really engaging me in conversation, and I just tipped over. Next thing I know, Ryan is shaking me, super pissed off and yelling at me for falling asleep. I apologized and just said that I was really comfortable and got sleepy. I didn't mean to upset anyone. He said that it was really rude of me and I was being a bad guest. Then he said, if you were just going to sleep, then why the F*** did you even bother to come? We were surrounded by all of his friends and being yelled like that is honestly really triggering to me, and my eyes started to tear up. Before I could start to cry in front of everyone I got up and ran into the bathroom. He knocked on the door a bunch as I was trying to calm down. He tried apologizing through the door and said I was overreacting, but I just stayed in there until my Uber came and I went home. He blew up my phone all night since then and I told him we'd talk about it later. I've been dodging his calls today though because I'm still really embarrassed about it and can't face him. Was I really being that rude? I didn't think anyone even noticed I was there anyway. Even if I was being rude, I still don't feel I deserved being yelled at. So, am I the idiot? TLDR, I fell asleep at a party. Boyfriend told me I was a bad guest and yelled at me in front of everyone and humiliated me. And for our next post, am I the idiot for using the cement sidewalk to turn around? This person has cones in his driveway so people don't turn around in it. Totally understandable, as this is near a school and I'm sure he's had issues with parents using his driveway to turn around in. I've not hit the cones or any part of his driveway, but I've had my front wheels go on the cement part of the sidewalk to turn around. It's easier than going all the way around the street to get to my destination. I've done this twice and the guy has come out and once flipped me off, and on the second time gave me a shrug. WTF are you doing? Though, I believe that part is public sidewalk and it's okay to use. It might not be worth it to use as this guy may seem unhinged since he flipped me off for it. He stands at his door every day to make sure people don't do this. Maybe I need to look at local laws, but people can walk there so I don't think he owns it. So, Reddit, am I the idiot? For context, since I can't provide a photo, his driveway ends and the sidewalk begins, but to get onto his driveway you'd have to go on the sidewalk part and into his driveway. It looks something like this: https://www.google.com searched equals driveways plus with plus sidewalks plus at plus the plus end in ska est equals 8214 f2 fdfa 3 e48 e1 and rlz equals 1 cd goa in us 825 us 825 and hl equals in us and adam equals 2 and b equals 393 and b equals 661 and s6srf equals adlwltc Clom 5 VU CJLY 897 TVYC 1 KB % 3A 1,736,799,247,744 and I equals D3 SFC 5 AKL YAW 5 No P4 NWVKA and OC equals driveways plus with plus sidewalks plus at plus the plus end and GSLP equals AJTB2 JPBG at Z3 DZLXD Pay 1 PBWCII2 RI YXCLE2F5 Psi B3AX Rho IH and PZGV3YWXRCY BHDCB0AG UGZW5KMGUQI RURAJI FSICU EC by GEKIS NKZUP4QWMIXCAB4 AJIB APBO GG EDNK4 UAEDI BMAI do AK9AC. I would use the apron part that goes down into the street. And for our next post, am I the idiot for asking my BF to LMK when he passes gas? Hey Reddit, me 23F and my BF 24M are having a debate, and he loves this forum and asked me to post this silly ongoing issue we shockingly have. For the last 4 years our whole relationship he refuses most times to say excuse me or let me know when he's passing gas. I'm not asking him to let me know out of the fact I care for the manners. I truly do not want to smell his farts. I kindly ask he just lets me know or says excuse me after so I can take cover. His farts are toxic. His gas can get so bad I am straight up gagging. So am I the a-hole for asking him to just let me know for my own smelling purposes? And for our next post, am I the idiot H to scream at my mother because she's breaking my boundaries again and again? I 18F live in a very conservative household as I am from a South Asian country. People out here don't really know what privacy is. Since I turned 18 I thought it will be valid to want some privacy as I don't have my own room. I sleep with my mom not willingly. I hate it. I don't have my own phone. I use my mom's or use my brother's laptop. They don't let me sit alone in a room alone. I feel like there's surveillance all the time on me, and this is getting concerning now. Since 3 days ago I started sleeping on the sofa just so she will give me some space. First day she screamed at me that she couldn't sleep without me next to her. I thought of it as nothing. Then she started reading all my messages like some crazy person, and also she doesn't let me go anywhere alone. My brother or father has to be with me even if I go to the park next to our house. Well, now she has a new thing she can dump on me. She told a random woman that she will teach her child who is in first grade. My mother doesn't know maths or English. She's 59 now, and then when that kid came to study she told me to teach her. Mind you, 5 days ago she won't let me meet my FRND-BCZ. I failed 3 exams and I have to focus on my studies, and now she got me a kid who's in first grade to teach. After that kid went home I told her I am not teaching her. She said yes you are or I am never gonna talk to you. I reminded her that I just failed 3 sub and I need to focus on my studies and not have another responsibility on me. She told me I have no other choice but to teach her. Then I screamed at her, I do not care if the KID fails or not. You are ruining mine and her seduction. Just BCZUREGO was getting hurt. I am not gonna teach her even if she comes and sits in front of me the whole time. I don't care. Now that kid is sitting in front of me and her exams are in 15 days. I don't know what to do. I don't want to teach her. I already have enough on my plate. BCZ, I have to retake 9 exams at the same time and my exams are in April. So Reddit, am I the idiot? And for our next post, am I the idiot for wanting my own bed? While I am aware I am petty in this situation, I'm curious if I am the AH. My 2 friends wanted to go to the beach 2 hours away. I have an annual credit card hotel voucher that I said I'd use and we could go. The room was $550 for the night. My card gives me $300. There were 2 queen beds and 3 of us. My friend said she wanted 1 bed to herself and me, and the other girl could share the other one if that was okay. I said I'd prefer the single bed and she said she likes to stretch out when she sleeps. This irritated me sharing a bed, and I'm curious if I'm the AH. I feel paying for the room shouldn't give me a special privilege, and this is where I'm stuck. TLDR, paid for a hotel room with 2 beds for 3 total, asked to share a bed. And for our next post, am I the idiot for terminating my lease in a co-rented apartment? So I 21F and my dad 44M started co-renting an apartment in July 2024. I don't know if I should feel so conflicted. Back in May 2024 my temp boss left and didn't pay me $1,000 plus in wages, which led to me and my partner losing our duplex. Me and my partner of course jumped ship. Luckily I was cleared medically from my main job. So I decided I'd go to the city after selling my car and take public transportation. My partner went to repair his grandparents' property in our hometown 2 hours out in exchange for some land. My dad, who lived on truck, proposed to split rent on an in-town apartment. Now here's where things change. My dad dislikes my partner because he smokes pot and plays video games on days off. After a month in the apartment, when my dad would be off truck, he'd ask if I could cook, invade my personal space, and not consult me on changes. I set rules. Let my cat come to you and don't pick him up. Consult me on buying things for the cat since stomach issues toys are fine. Please keep in mind I spend my schedule if I don't feel social or awake. Give me time. If I'm gone to my hometown the cats have a feeder or are with me. If I'm in my closed room leave me be. His rules into week 1 however my partner wasn't allowed over changed when I kept leaving. I need weekends off to hang with him, and a couple of simple blahs that are standard for co-renting. So keep in mind he was my non-custodial parent growing up. So here's why I want to move out. He won't follow my cat rules and now my cats antisocial are only social when we travel out to my in-laws so I end up staying with them in my room. My dad fed my cats the wet food causing my 2-year-old cat explosive diarrhea which my father left to dry out and requested I clean up. On another note I've had a decreased mental health because I feel lonely and have been told in dealing with anxiety. Now here's where I'm the owl. My dad recently did the same thing again after it caused an argument. I lost it and I said I want to terminate my end of the lease due to how myself and the cats were not doing well and very anxious. I began to list everything and how he hadn't helped, and I felt depressed and he crossed all my boundaries. I was no longer comfortable with the arrangement. I took a lot of jabs at him and broke down. I told him he can't be upset my partner's pot when he did illegal drugs and didn't even involve himself till now. My dad argued back that I signed a lease and I need to stay the duration of the lease and if I left he wouldn't ever talk to me again. If I paid to be removed from lease he'd be stuck with a $1,500 plus monthly in bills and that I wouldn't hold up my end of the deal. So am I the **** hole. That's all for now. If you enjoyed the stories, give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. Got a story to share? Drop it in the comments. I'm always up for reading them. Until next time, it's Kat. Goodbye.